Hey there folks, just doing a quick unboxing here of this 4-inch block kit for the rear. So if you recall, basically the leveling kit on this brought it up far more than just level, and so need to bring the back up so it's got proper rake, so when you throw the gooseneck on there you don't over squat it. So my initial plan was just to put an add a leaf on there, which is sitting there, but that's still not enough to bring it back up to the original ratio from front to rear height. So really, to bring it up just right, I would need a 3-inch block, but I can't find anybody that makes a 3-inch block unless it's a fabricated block, and I don't want a fabricated block for various reasons, and we'll get into that here. So let me open this guy up and see if this is something that's hopefully going to solve my problem. I think I need to switch the blade on this freaking thing. Yeah, she's getting a little dull. So nothing that special. Some U-bolts in the blocks, but they certainly give you a giant box for this crap. So let's see here. Looks like installation instructions, important rollover hazard, that nonsense. U-bolts. Hopefully those are right. And so speaking of the leveling kit that this came from Superlift, the U-bolts that it came with aren't the right freaking U-bolts. So they're the radius on them is way too big for the axle tube. Why? I don't know, but they are. So hopefully those U-bolts will work. So that's why I ended up instead of just ordering the blocks, that's why I also wanted the U-bolts, because I knew the U-bolts I already had wouldn't work. So nothing is easy. And so these are, there they are. So the reason I wanted these, right, is because they are a cast piece that has this, I don't know what you want to call it, this arm that comes out to hit your bump stop, just like the factory ones do. So it's just like a factory block, and I think the F350s had the 4-inch block in them from the factory. So this is pretty much just a factory block for an F350 rather than a 250. And yeah, I wish somebody would start making these in a 3-inch cast, because that's exactly what I would have bought. I can't be the only one either. But yeah, so feels like a decent piece. But yeah, nothing too special. So I think this is what this will do to the back, is it's going to bring it up about an inch higher in the back than it was in the factory. So it's going to be slightly higher in the back than I want it to be, but thinking about that, when I have the gooseneck on, it usually squats it down. It depends how I load the trailer, of course, but I usually get about 2 inches of squat on there. So with the 2 inches of squat towing, it should, in theory, with the add a leaf, level right about out and be slightly taller in the back with the trailer on there. So I guess we'll just have to get it on there and see. My plan is to first set the add a leafs in there, and then after that I'm going to drop the spring packs down onto the axle tube and just let it sit there and just see how it looks for height, and then based on that I will know 100% for sure what I'm going to end up doing with these. So yep, I mean, I don't know what else to do. I guess the other option is, if with the add a leaf it sits high, maybe I just don't put the add a leaf in, but the add a leaf would be nice considering the trailer and the tongue weight, just to give it a little bit more spring there. So I don't know what to do, but just a matter of playing with it and see what the ride height looks like, I suppose. So this kit from ReadyLift comes with some far beefier nuts for your U-bolts. These are actually very, very nice. These are almost identical to the OEM style versus the ones on that Superlift kit. They came with just a standard nut without the you might say this flange on the bottom of them. So anyway, so that's nice. And oh yeah, this is technically a bracket for the carrier bearing, because this kit is for the two-piece axle, or sorry, two-piece drive shaft, so carrier bearing drop. And this feels like it's aluminum anodized, so that should be decent. So I guess at this point I should probably order up a new carrier bearing, because I know I've never replaced that carrier bearing. So that thing's, and I don't think it was ever in the original owner records either. So that carrier bearing's got what, 270,000 miles on it. So I should probably just replace that when I do this carrier bearing drop. So I guess I will be getting one of those coming tomorrow. I didn't think about that until now, but at least this thing wasn't. When I called to order this thing a few weeks ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I asked the guy how long it'd be, and I think he told me a month or so. So I'm actually really shocked it came this fast. I didn't think I'd have it till mid-January, but anyways, leave it with that. Have a good night, guys. Like my rag, old britches.